the pre-agenda meetings. The reason that I had thought about this was informational, so that if there were questions that I had and anyone else on the board, that we could discuss them, and I knew no other way. Obviously, in order for it to be legal, is to form a pre-agenda meeting so that any discussion that could be had would be available to us, and also to the public. Obviously, with the public attending, it is strictly informational with no input.
Can I make one last comment?
Absolutely.
I hate to interrupt you, but just relevant to the, because I know we've had some correspondence, or I sent you an email relative to my thoughts on the pre-agenda, and obviously that would probably be coming up, is I did not, as Lynn pointed out, attend the pre-agenda. I expressed my concern and said that there was no necessity for that, because my concern is it would lead to decisions being made at a time when the public would not have an opportunity to be there, 10 o'clock on a Tuesday, for a pre-agenda to discuss what we're going to discuss tonight and take formal action on, I think would be not in the residents' best interest. I think tonight's meeting went very well. I think all the issues were discussed and people made decisions. I wasn't present. I don't think Mr. Conway was present at the pre-agenda, but everything that can be accomplished at a pre-agenda can be discussed amongst board members without a quorum or a majority of the board available. That's why I chose not to attend that. And I know Ms. Gardner brought up some language relative to the Mr. Freeman and his assessment of the open meetings law. And it was, because I did some research on this, one thing that was interesting is Mr. Freeman did give an opinion in December of '96 in which he quotes the courts relative to the openness of government. And one of the quotes is, "Every step of the decision-making process, including the decisions itself, is necessary and to the preliminary to a formal action. And formal acts have always been a matter of public record, and the public has always been made aware of how its officials have voted on an issue." My understanding too is of the pre-agenda meeting, there's no minutes formally taken, so the public would not know exactly what was discussed amongst members of the board prior to what we discussed here. I don't know, I don't think there was minutes at the last one, correct?
It was filmed. We do have it on video.
Okay, there was no formal minutes that are adopted through the town.
No, and it was nothing more than a discussion.
Sure, and I understand that, and that's my concern, is it may have intentions of setting this up to discuss, what may be seeing minor things, but then opens a can of worms relative to major issues being discussed at pre-agenda meetings, which would thwart the purpose and the process of having a full public town board meeting. So that's my thoughts on that, and the availability of, if any constituent has a concern, call me anytime. I'll come to your house. I will show up at town hall wherever you want to meet, whenever you want to meet. So, but that's all.
I'd like to say something. I wasn't at the pre-agenda meeting, although I planned to be there, but I think I was excused because I was sick. There is a precedent for pre-agenda meetings, and the precedent is with the planning board, which I believe, Mr. Carl, you were a liaison to the planning board. The planning board has pre-agenda meetings, and they discuss the projects that are going to come up. They make sure that everyone has the appropriate materials for the project to be discussed. There is consensus that yes, we have all of the information, etc. There is no intention at the pre-agenda meetings for any decisions to be made, and certainly not to thwart, I can't say it, discussion at the town board meeting. So the premise that there wouldn't be full discussion at the town board meeting because there is a pre-agenda meeting is totally false. And I did assure Mr. Carl of that fact at a social function that all 5 of us were in attendance, but the 2 of us happened to be discussing town business at that point in time. But this idea that, you know, somehow the public is going to be not fully informed or short shrifted or kept in the dark about issues that come before the regular town board meeting is just ludicrous. And I intend to attend all the pre-agenda meetings with the effort, and by the way, they are open to the public. This particular one happened to be videotaped. I don't know if they all will be.